Hi, I'm Divine Empress, your Fulani sister, and welcome to my channel. Today, my reminder is make it official. I feel like a lot of us sometimes we find ourselves in situations where we are putting in more effort than our title requires. Let's say you have someone who you're not official with in terms of relationship, but a lot of things are happening that is supposed to be happening with partners, like real partners in an official relationship. So technically you guys are like partners, but it's not officially. And because of that, it's holding you back from, investing, putting effort in other people, in other things that are actually meant for you, that could be better for you. You holding yourself for this person or in this situation that you don't know where it's going. Maybe you're even questioning in your mind. You have questioned about it, you have thought about it, but you haven't had the courage to speak up and talk to the person. And I want to ask you, I want to say this. I think you know, the things that are meant for us will not confuse us. And I want to encourage you, if you do feel confused, um, I want to encourage you to lean on to whatever you believe in and ask. Ask for divine guidance, divine intervention on how you should approach this situation or this relationship with this person or whatever form that might be. Whatever it is, the situation that you have that you find yourself in, whether it's work related, whether it's some form of relationship, whatever the situation may be, ask for guidance if that's what is meant for you. Um, because I don't want you to keep spending time and putting effort into something that might not be for you. And don't wait for the other person to do it for you, because at the end of the day, I don't know about anybody's intention, but at the end of the day, I feel like most of the times we we're in things and doing things with our best interest in mind. And unfortunately, sometimes people will, allow certain things to play out, even if it's not benefiting somebody else. But if they benefit in something from it, then, you end up being the one that's on the other side affected negatively by the situation. Or sometimes, it, it's like both might be waiting for the other person to be the one to bring it up. If you don't feel good, you don't feel comfortable, or you know that whatever's happening, doesn't feel right, speak up. Speak up about it. Speak up about it. You might um do what you feel is best for you. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't overthink as in like worrying too much about how the other person would feel or how that would affect the other person. Because at the end of the day, if you guys can get clarity about the situation, it would help both of you. And I'm like, and also the other thing I hear people say, like, I hear people say things like, God is not like a God of confusion. God will not confuse you. So if you're in a situation that is confusing, that's usually one of the signs that something might not be right. But I'm not here to like tell you like this is what it is exactly. What I mainly encourage you is to take whatever that situation is to God and put it in prayer and ask for signs about what you should do, and listen to your intuition. Listen to your intuition. Remember that like sometimes things will come your way, but not every opportunity or every person is meant for you. And sometimes the situations are showing up as tests. They're little things here and there to just try to make you see something, make you realize something. Don't don't you I don't don't allow yourself to be stuck with counterfeit situations. Don't let potential be the reason why you end up spending too much time and investing too much on things that are not meant for you. If you're getting to know someone, and because of the potential that you see in that person, now you're thinking maybe, and that's delaying you doing what you feel in your heart that you're meant to do, like you should do, in order to be able to gain that clarity and be okay, and not be confused anymore about whatever that situation is. You know, um, some things that come in your way might look good, but they might not be for you. That's why I'm like, I encourage you to ask for guidance. If you need that extra step, ask for signs. I feel like you are worth so much more. You are worth so much more. You are so valuable. Like, especially if you see yourself as a child of God, a child of the divine, as a creation of the Most High, you know. And if you regard God as like the highest of the royalty hierarchy or whatever, God is like the highest, beyond what we can even describe in words. And you are the child or the creation of that Most High, majestic one, then you are very, very precious. You know, you are precious to God. You are very precious. You have value. You have worth. Don't let anyone or anything, any situation, make you feel less than. Remember your crown. Remember, remember your crown. Like, put your crown on and remember whose you are, who you are, and whose you are. You know, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay to honor your feelings. It's okay to listen to intuition. Trust your inner judgment. Don't allow yourself. Let me put it this way. Let me like, let's say for example, you're with someone, right? And like I was saying about relationships earlier, everything has been happening. Things have been happening where it seems like you guys are official. It's like things, like the things that happen in, like, maybe you and this person hang out all the time. The people that surround this person even know you. It seems like all these moves are happening that it makes you feel like, okay, things are working out, but they haven't said it. They haven't made it official. You guys haven't had that conversation to make that relationship official. Maybe one day when something happened, there's been a change, and maybe things go wrong. Maybe they find something else that they're interested in, or you find out that basically that makes you feel like this whole thing might have been one-sided on your part. How would you talk to this person? How would you talk to this person? Because when you talk about it, then they might say something like, you know, but you guys are not dating. It was never official. You know, and how do you argue with that? Like, don't wait for someone else to come and tell you what the relation should be. You know, it's okay for you to stand up for yourself. It's okay for you to have your boundaries, know your worth, and respect yourself first, and make the decisions and the moves that are beneficial to you. You know, your time is valuable. Your time is precious. You are precious as well. You are priceless, you know? So don't allow anybody or anything to waste your time. So even if you're interested in stuff like that, but if it's not clear or official, make sure that it is. Make sure that you know that what's going on. Make sure there's no confusions. Make sure that you have clarity about things before you continue to invest time and energy and effort into things that, you know, at the end of the day might not be for you, and it might turn around, and it can get tough and awkward and all of that stuff. Just save yourself the effort, the time, and don't let nobody play you. Don't let nobody play you, and, you know, let's try our best not to play each other. This can be even like a work situation, right? Like, I was watching a show right now. And this girl, she had a lot of potential. She has a lot of potential. And but at the workplace that she was in, they knew her strength, but they wanted to keep her on a certain level. And she didn't want that. And she tried her best to work with them. She works really, really hard and they really like her. Her boss liked her very much, but because he wanted to keep her at that place where she was because she was benefiting him a lot. So when she tried to go up, he keeps on, you know, downplaying her, and they keep on like pushing her. Like they made a promise for like 3 years of moving her, but every time she go back to talk about it, they try to just bypass it and just try to. He was even he got to a point where he was really like talking down at her and trying to make her feel to affect her self-esteem, her confidence and all that, while all behind the scenes he knows that she's so valuable and precious, and he just doesn't want her to move up because of how much benefits she brings to him. Eventually, she she decided to do what was best for her and make the decision to leave. Yes, it might not have been easy, but this is just one of the examples outside of relationship where, sometimes, when things like this can happen where somebody can lead you on into something. They can even say things that may seem right. They can lay things out and set things to make it seem like they're leading you somewhere, while they know all along from the beginning that they were not going to give you what you're asking for. She was told from the moment she was interviewed a time frame that she was going to go in this position that we're going to temporarily put her, that she wasn't there for. And each time she came back to ask if they were ready for that position that they promised her, they would tell her, wait longer, wait a little more, wait a little more. And they would talk to her as if they're making plans, and everything was looking like. After a while, she finally realized what was happening, and she left. And she found something better. You know, don't be afraid of standing up for yourself. If people are not treating you right, if people are not, valuing you and showing you your worth, then it's up to you. It's up to you to respect. I say this with love, but you gotta respect yourself first and set those boundaries for them to follow. I know sometimes it can be hard, especially like, for example, in a place of work, and you're trying to do this, you have all these responsibilities, and it can be worrisome because you don't know how they're going to react. But if you if you do that, you set boundaries, the right things and the right people will respond positively. It might be hard on them because sometimes it's like because you're not saying anything, then they feel like nothing is wrong, or they don't see the things from your perspective. But once you express yourself, it might take them time, but they'll process and they'll understand, and they might make the shifts. Those who don't make the shifts, then that place or that situation is probably not meant for you. But whatever you do, work with God, because everything that is meant for you comes from the divine. At the end of the day, it's not your boss. It's not that place that you work in. It's not that person. It's none of that that's bringing you the provisions that you need or that you're attached to. Because everything in this world is temporary. Whatever you can get can be temporary. You know? And if you look at your life, so many things, so many jobs, so many opportunities and situations that you have had and you have left that have been replaced, your entire time you're here, and always you're going to need. All these opportunities that have been coming because of divine intervention. So trust in that. God's source is the source of infinite bounties. There's plenty. God can always provide. Trust in God. Trust in your intuition, trust in your spiritual team, those who are for you, that you know are for you, and trust that whatever you decide to do for yourself, whatever you decide to do in faith, whatever you whatever you feel guided to in terms of things that you know have not been bearing fruit in your life, things, situations that you feel you're being led on without actually seeing real actions, whether it be people who have been leading you on, whether it be situations at work, whatever you have been holding on to because of the potential or the promises that you've been promised that have not been fulfilled. And you pray about it, put it in the hands of God and let God take the lead, guide you through it. And whatever God said, whatever your intuition, whatever you're feeling inside that you should do about this, move in faith and know that you're trusting in the one who's the most trustworthy. Because for anything to happen in this life, I think like God has to co-sign it. So at the end of the day, whatever you have had or have is coming from the divine. And it's okay sometimes for certain things to end. Those things maybe they were there to teach you something, like the show that I was talking about. She learned a lot from the situation. I would say like it was a situation that showed that her need for boundaries, and also it showed her how much stronger she was. You know, she was strong and she was capable, and they knew it, and that's why they wanted to hold on to her. But they wanted to use her in a way that benefited them. For some of them, it was competition because they could see the potential. For the boss, it was just that she was the best like secretary he's ever had, and he wanted to keep her at that. Don't wait for people to make the decisions that will benefit you. You have to make the call when it comes to your life. You have to set the boundaries. You have to take the leap of faith. You have to take the risks and do what you need to do for your sake, to better your life, to be able to move forward. I know it's not always easy, especially if you have to make changes like making a move or letting go of something that you had so much faith in and trust in. But remember, you're in this journey as a partner. You're one part and God is the other part. Lean on your partner, your most trustworthy partner, which is the Most High, your spiritual team, whatever you believe in, and walk with them. Walk with the Most High, walk with your team, and go in faith. It's gonna be okay. You don't want people and situations to keep you in places that will not nurture your growth, will not allow you to grow to your full potential. You're an amazing, incredible person, and it's like you're being like, you have your wings and everything. You're ready to fly. And now all these people see that you can do it. These things that you have are like literally trying to attach to your wings and not letting you fly. But they will mask it in ways. Some of them, they might act negatively towards you. And it make everything seem like it's your fault. Like you're the one to be blamed, or you're just incompetent. Sorry, for lack of better words, incompetent and all that. But these are all ways of them masking to try to, you know, affect your self-esteem, your confidence, so that you don't fly. You know, and you might not, maybe some of these things that have happened have affected you, mentally, has affected your view of yourself, maybe even questioning your capabilities, your self-esteem, your worth, and all of that, ask God to remind you who you are and whose you are. If you're someone in faith, read scriptures and ask God to lead you to scriptures about who you are and who God is, type of thing. Um, you are precious. Everything that comes from the Most High is precious. And you deserve to live a life that you were destined to live. You deserve to go to the places and receive the blessings and the gifts that the Most High wants to bless you and give to you. No one can take anything away from you because no one can stop God. Everything is going to be okay. Everything always was and will be okay. Trust in that. And as you listen to this, if this resonates with you, I pray that may God guide you through whatever situation that might not be serving you at the moment. And may God give you peace, comfort, and clarity in a way that only God can. And may God show you the way. I pray for continuous divine guidance, divine protection, divine grace, favor, support, provision over you and yours in every way, in every area of your life, spiritually, physically, mentally, and emotionally. I pray that whatever strongholds, whatever is trying to hold you back from progressing to becoming the best version of yourself, whether it be relationships, whether it be situationships, whether it be work related, whatever it may be, I pray that God removes those obstacles, those strongholds away from you and lighten your load so that you can fly as you were, like you were meant to fly. I pray that um, whatever has been said to you or done to you that have affected your self-esteem, I pray that God remind you about how divinely loved and supported that you are and how God sees you and why God created you and put you on this planet. I pray that you feel the divine love every single minute and moment of your life. As I prayed, I believe all prayers get answered, and I know that God will answer. So be it. Thank you for watching. Peace, love, and light. Remember, I'm always your cheerleader. And these messages are always first and foremost for me. We're doing this together. We got this. Let's keep going. Remember to always take care of yourself, take care of others, treat others and the environment as you want to be treated. Be the light that you want to see in the world. Be the change that you want to see in the world. Yeah. Peace, love, and light.